Hello and welcome.
This is Patricia the P.
And I am Mariah the M. Together, we are PMR
PMR
Studio. Oh, listen to her chiming in. And this is our channel. Today's video is going to show you how the latest spread from our circle journal came together. As always, we used mixed media and a bit of clowning around with a squeeze of fun. If you are new to our channel, please subscribe and ring the bell. We do this each week. Now let's get started. Well, as many of our spreads do start, this one is very similar as the other ones with just using a bit of color spray. And this was I believe, a special mix. If you notice the black tape across the Mr. Huey's, what once was Mr. Huey's. So P could probably chime in a little bit more on what that mix might include.
I really wished I could tell you, because it's so long ago that I mixed that up that I don't really remember.
Yeah, this is kind of how she cooks too. If it was really good, it's like, well, that was good that time. You may get close. Anyway, so yeah, the color sprays sometimes end up some different little concoctions, and I'm sure that a lot of you out there do the same thing. So, don't be too mad at us that we can't. It's not that we don't want to share. It's just that we don't always know if something's going to work out and don't keep the kind of recipe. And actually, with those Mr. Huey's, the thing is that you can't even really get them anymore. So, we're still working on creating some kind of alternative.
Okay, well, what's happening here is this is the
trial run.
A copy of something else that we were doing similar.
We liked where it went.
There were certain aspects of it that weren't.
It was a little more cheerful than what we wanted this particular spread to be.
We needed a little more edgy darkness. Yeah, there you go.
A little weirder. Because, in the description of the theme, it was supposed to be kind of weirder than better. And dark and skulls and things of that nature, even though we didn't really throw in the skull part. Because that really isn't, that's certainly P's comfort zone, not mine.
Well, and I worry about using skulls because I think sometimes you just have to be careful with that.
Yeah, that you don't go Halloween-y or cutesy.
Yes, and I knew I didn't want that.
This was kind of a serious yet playful. So here P is using, and actually, hey, these are P's arms. This is your video.
Yeah, it really is. And I think I actually talked some through it.
No, I don't keep any of that.
Oh. I have a tendency to mumble. And
well, she'll give me some really great audio, and then all of a sudden, she just gets in the zone, and that's great and all. Thus we do the voiceovers. So here she is. You can see she's going to now, on top of the color sprays, come in and do, it's kind of a print technique. It's kind of lino type
well,
style.
What it is it's just using the stuff that you would use if you were gel plating or doing some other kind of printing, and you were spreading your ink around on the plate.
But these are just acrylic
and then
paints.
brayering it on. And that's really all I wanted. I didn't want to mess with getting out the jelly plate because I was just going to do this one thing. And when I get out the jelly plate, I have a tendency to just...
all day long.
Yeah.
We have those videos. I'll link that below. Or I'll put a card up at the top. Watch for the little thing to chime in, and, you'll see that there.
Oh, yeah. And see, that's getting to be some really nice color over there. Murky purple.
Murky darkness for our clown.
Which he hasn't made an appearance yet. He will soon. Well,
I haven't cut him out yet in this part yet. But that is a beautiful purple that you mixed. So can you kind of, it showed a little bit there of
what I put that out there with is, it went a little too mulberry on me. So I added a bit more.
So she's pretty happy with that. That's why she rolled it out kind of on that off paper. Now I think you're going to bring back the actual spread. Oh, no, doing some more. Which we use those.
Oh, yes.
In fact, I think that is part of the pocket piece.
I think it does.
But look at how beautifully. So any of you guys out there looking for or try to create different backgrounds. I mean, this is a super, you saw it. It's like put some sprays down, roll out some paint. If you have a little roller, that works great.
Sponges work good too.
Sponges. The last one that we just put up, that spread, I used that sponge to fix the sky.
I'm kind of trying to get a little bit, knock back the red.
That was a little
pretty
murdery.
And I didn't. I didn't want it to. I didn't want it to fight with the clown, and you'll understand that more later on. I wanted it to have hints of red, but not. Look at me going along painting my edge there.
Yeah. Ooh.
I know,
That's
Mariah.
some really good finish work.
Mariah just had a little squeal of joy over here seeing that.
I did. So I think this is the piece that turns into the pocket.
Well, the thing is when I do have something on my plate there, I figure it's just a waste just to let it lie there. So I go ahead and I just, brayer it off on some other papers that very possibly, and I don't know what happened to those, but this is just an in case.
Oh, there was your little.
Oh yeah, I did do that.
I didn't see it pop up there very well. Oh, she's gonna try it there.
The reason
this is something you've been kind of trying out.
Yeah, the little pieces are from, I don't know, something I cut out, and I had a whole bunch of them lying on my thing. So
some request from Izzy.
Something, yes, I'm sure.
And those things end up all over the floor. I mean, how she came about the thought was that one accidentally got stuck to something you were spraying.
Yes.
And you're like, oh. I think your problem is that you had too many too close.
I think so too, but I think also the paper was too thick. I need to use like tissue paper or something that's much.
Better. Oh, look, you're gonna give her a go. Oh no, this is actually the ruffle. So one of my requests was that, so on that first round, our kind of trial run of the clown, it was a little bit too flat, and so we wanted to create more tuck spots and also a fluffy edge for like the ruffle around the cuff. Or, kind of clothing. It's just been something I've been really trying to achieve lately. I'm very inspired by textiles. Not only actual textiles, but trying to reproduce or... What am I trying to say? Just make that in a paper form.
Yes, and it creates an added element. It's still paper, so you're still dealing with paper, but it's the illusion of, and the whole, it brings to mind that, this is almost
I want to add interest.
fabric.
So somebody goes, ooh, I want you, the audience, to go, wow, what is that? I would love to touch it and interact with it. I want, that's my...
That tactile interest.
I really like that idea. And I think it's because you keep posting... Pete posts a lot of cool fashion and they're not really even fashion. I mean, it is...
Wearable art.
Wearable art. And I love that. And I think it's cool to try to bring that into our journals, journal spreads, tags. It's just a really cool way to... I don't know, just add interest.
Well, I also think that when you are looking around and you're deciding, you're looking for inspiration or whatever, you don't necessarily find it in the area that you expect to find it. And I think that's important to keep your mind open when you're exploring your world to see now here you can see why the
and this is wasn't that a great transition, like from your desk to mine? I just felt that was very indicative of how we work. And so P had done some additional work on the clown face. And see, look, I wanted to make sure, because this is a little bit of intricate work as far as just, you've got to keep moving. and you got to make nice little folds and push the glue into it to get that cool ruchy ruffle.
Oh, there you go.
Ruchy
Wow, alliteration. Yeah. Listen to you. I did a really nice job there on, it's not, like totally purple. It's not totally gold. It's just
Yeah.
nice little edge. And then we were talked about, and I said, yeah, I really think that would benefit from that on the top also.
Yeah.
Sort of, you know, it's like a little...
Yeah, if this is the first video that you're ever watching of ours, like when I hold things up like that, it's because I'm showing P
That's like
and saying, hey.
a half of a frame.
Yeah.
It frames it out.
And so the whole thought with this is, you know, we weren't being, it's not a literal representation of a clown. It's a very, you know, or at least this is the way I felt about it. This could be the clown's jacket. It could be the curtain. It all still very much has that playful feel of going to a circus, or that entertainment factor of what's behind, you know, what's up your sleeve, what's behind the curtain.
Yeah, and it is sort of a metaphor. And to just...
And I don't mean that in that artsy kind of, you know, so obnoxious, like, oh, really? Wow, that's so deep.
No,
But it is, like, it kind of can be.
It can be, and I think I think that's one of the things that when I do things, I like for them not to be just beating people over the head with a visual 2x4. I want you to think about it. I want you to...
I want you to engage with it and find meaning.
That's meaningful for you.
Yeah.
It doesn't have to be any certain way. And
Like, personally, I find the clowns a little bit creepy, but this one's kind of fun.
well, this clown, I have to tell you the backstory on the
there you
clown. Because the clown occurred, Izzy and I do these things called
Scribble Wars.
Scribble Wars. And we take this long sheet of paper, and she starts at one, and we fight with the crayons on who gets to go where on the piece of paper. And it totally entertains her for a good 20 minutes.
Any
So
of those of you that have toddlers or whatever understand that
this is how the clown started out.
he was a Scribble War.
Scribble War. Then he became a heart. You remember? He was a heart.
Yeah.
He was a heart. And then the heart became a clown.
And now I'm just doing a little finish work if you want to know, like in here, I'm speeding up even a little faster just to secure down the pocket, because we did create a little bit larger flap in the background there. And so then I was using those bits of that tissue paper. Now, P always says, well, you're not even going to see that. But again, finish work. I like to make sure that, you know, when you do peel back the sleeve, peel back the pocket, go behind the curtain, that you go, oh, wow, this is pretty nifty. I like the VIP room.
It's just a little surprise there. Something that you weren't possibly expecting.
Yeah.
But yet...
and then just coming in, because that hand was part of a print, you know, so that the clown face and the hand are reproductions. But there was original work done to them. There was...
Oh, yeah. I reworked the clown.
Came back in with colored pencil and...
Markers.
You saw the marker around the hand, doing that. And then the sleeve on the clown sleeve was more pieces to match the bit of the larger pocket bit that's, you know, the vest, the curtain part. Now, as far as the lemons, P did go ahead and recreate, did a little spray on
those are a
cardstock.
stamp.
Right, because the original ones, again, was it was like, oh, well, that was a really great idea, but they should have been done on cardstock so they were held up a little bit better. Because she was just going to glue them straight down. I said, no, this is one of our projects. And, you know, when I come in, that's my job to start figuring out how to move things around and making it more interactive. So that was one of the things that I said, okay, well, I need these lemons on a cardstock. So that's what we did there. And I needed more lemons.
So I made more lemons. I stamped them and I think I brayered them off with gold.
Yeah, because if you kind of go watch back or slow it or pause it, you'll see that there was some brayer work done to those lemons.
And those lemons are from one of my...
Yeah, it's an original stamp. It's a kneaded eraser stamp.
Yeah, and there's actually, I don't know if that's in the video. It may have come later, but
No,
the lemon. Yeah. I don't think the lemon was done yet. But we do have a video on how to do kneaded eraser stamps, which, you know, it's cheap. If you don't like it, you just smoosh it up. and you know,
make it into something else.
Our dinosaur stamp is one of our very favorite ones.
Yes.
And it was a redo of actual dinosaurs.
So now you see that I've pulled some papers off to the right-hand side there. That is to back the ones, oh, and actually this is the three-dimensional Mod Podge. And part of that is, because did you do the little circles? You
Yeah, I
You
did.
the little studded pieces there, but I think they were done with the deco marker.
We were a little afraid some of them were going to pop off or wear off.
Yeah, because the deco marker, as wonderful and brilliant as it is, especially on top of the acrylic paint, because it's not like a rough surface or anything like that, it will rub off. So you have to seal it or do something to it. And the three-dimensional Mod Podge is a very cool thing to use with the deco marker, because it adds that little bit of pop-up extra depth to it. It makes it's a lot like those, I think the Nouveau dots, or we do have some other golden, that fluid tar stuff that I think is going to act the same way. We're going to do that video someday. Comment below if if you're interested in that. That would be really, really great, because then we'll move that up to the top of the list.
Now, these are some little quotes that are going on the backs of some of the lemons.
Well, you did the one. We settled on the one for the juggling. Lemons can be a sorrowful endeavor. Original.
Yeah,
there
an
from
original.
E.
Yeah.
But we wanted to make the ones that we're going to float about on the spread a little bit more fun as you take them out, that there's something on the back side. So I went ahead and used some of our printable papers. And this is from the new set. I can put that link below down in the description area. I might even drop a card at the top there to let you know that where to get those if you are interested. But that is really the spread. And here we are, a finished piece. Look at those. See, aren't those fun? And how well those purples and yellows work.
I like purple and yellow together a lot.
Yeah, I was very happy with the second version of the spread, with the how everything just really came together.
And then, okay, now the back here. This is really important because, number one, it's a gel print of Izzy, and I thought that was appropriate since she helped me build the clown. and the other little elements there are just pieces and parts that were torn off of the other parts of the design there. And
so it's kind of a collage.
Definitely.
Mixed and matched parts, and, Izzy, and then that wonderful quote on the back.
Well, and I think it works so well because she was purple. And when I did the gel print photo transfer, those were a part of another journal. And other little pieces and parts there that all kind of work together to kind of make a little bitty body sort of thing. And then the dress part, that was created to house the little saying, because the little saying, I think, has a lot to directly, it alludes to all of the whole parts of the spread. And I thought that needed to be there. And also, it was just like the little lemons. We needed something on the back side. Just to leave it white was kind of...
Right.
That was a cop-out.
Those finishing parts.
It needed to be there.
And that's a good finish to the finish. Perfect.
Amen, sister.
Want to thank you again for watching. Please like the video if you haven't already. Leave us a comment below. We love those. Subscribe to the channel and ring the bell. Thank you again for watching. Bye.